Hi and Assalamu alaikum to everyone who's listening today and watching this video. My name is Fawad Shah. I am a certified professional counsellor and a registered specialized addiction practitioner. I'm currently based in Karachi, Pakistan. However, I have 10 years of experience working internationally in the field of mental health, addiction, treatment, counselling and rehabilitation. In this brief talk, I will be sharing a professional perspective on the topic living with worry and anxiety in the middle of global uncertainty, COVID-19. Let me begin with the important concept that worry and anxiety are a common problem at the best of time. And when it takes over, it can become all-encompassing and overwhelming. It is natural that many of us may have recently noticed ourselves thinking about worst-case scenarios. Let me give you an example of this. Think of a worry chain. So you start sort of feeling that there's a headache that's coming about. Then you start sort of thinking, oh, what if it's coronavirus? Then you sort of start thinking, this worry that takes over your head. Maybe I passed it on to everyone at work yesterday. Then the catastrophizing, thought that comes through. Everyone will pass it on and die. Imagining an apocalypse and losing everyone who I know and love. This shows how worry can escalate quickly even from something relatively minor. Worry isn't just in our head. When it becomes excessive, we feel it is an anxiety in our body too. So the physical in our parts. Let's talk about some of the physical symptoms of worry and anxiety, which includes muscle tension or aches and pains, restlessness and inability to relax, difficulty concentrating, difficulty sleeping, and feeling easily fatigued and tired and worn out, to just name a few. What we say as professionals is that worry becomes a problem when it stops you from living the life you want to live, or if it leaves you feeling demoralized and exhausted. I want to focus on 4 categories of people in our society who I believe are vulnerable and at a greater risk of being and developing psychological, emotional and physical illness. First one is our frontline medical staff, doctors, nurses, paramedics, even police force, and traffic police as well, including, who are constantly involved in saving and protecting our lives. Secondly, those of you who have lost your job recently, or those who are finding themselves having clouds of uncertainty looming over your career and it has placed you in a bleak financial position. Thirdly, students, especially secondary and tertiary students who are concerned about their education. How current situation has affected their progress in school, college or university. They have huge concern about the future. And lastly, general public, those of us who are stuck in our bubble, in our home and deeply concerned and worried about the uncertain future which lies ahead of us. Watching news constantly or receiving what often is regarded as unverified updates through WhatsApp, thinking what will the world look like in the future, or very valid question and concern faced by these group of people. So in my view, something which is very important for all these 4 categories of people to reduce and release some of this build-up stress is self-care. Without self-care, one will eventually find themselves facing stress, or what we term it in our profession is burnout. Self-care, and particularly for our frontline professional, is crucial, absolutely crucial. Otherwise, disaster is waiting to strike. Another term which is often coined in our frontline for our frontline professional is them developing this compassion fatigue. That is emotional and physical exhaustion for continually caring for others and minimizing and disregarding personal and self-care, which goes often out of the window. So in order to better deal with and address our mental and emotional and physical health needs, I suggest practicing and developing some of the following positive lifestyle changes. So first one is mindfulness exercises. Simple breathing techniques, yoga, connecting with higher power through prayer and supplication are all encompassed in mindfulness. Secondly, taking and sharing your concern with your whoever is in your circle. So that could be your family, friend, or colleague, or whoever you trust. Thirdly, keeping yourself physically active. Even within your home, try establishing a healthy routine and schedule with your partner and kids where you dedicate at least 30 minutes every day doing physical exercise, stretches, and yoga. And one of the helpful tips that I often give to my client is following YouTube tutorial. There are plenty of videos that you can follow and do freely with your family members. Fourthly, healthy diet and drinking plenty of water. One of the things that actually gets often repeated, but very, very important for all of us. Maintaining adequate amount of sleep is another one. So 7 to 9 hours is considered optimum amount of sleep for adults 18 and over. Keeping a positive connection with our friends and loved ones through virtual platforms. All of us, live different in different parts of the world, and technology actually connects us, brings us all together. So what will help is actually that will boost our connectivity and level of belonging to the wider group. It will also help you to understand that you are not alone in this boat. Others are also facing similar challenges. Developing and connecting with yourself, what I mean here is dedicating some time for self-reflection. Being compassionate to our own self. Helpful tip is try reading motivational books, doing some creative writing, songs, lyrics. Some people are really creative with that. Poem, drawing, artwork, just to name the few. The key idea is to showcase your creativity, your creative self. And lastly, if emotional and psychological pain, stress is significant and overwhelming in your life and you're unable to manage it on your own, then I would encourage and recommend to seek a professional help from an expert. That could include trained and qualified psychotherapist, counselor, or clinical psychologist. And the amazing thing is, these days there are options of receiving professional and support virtually. Accessing online therapy session from a comfort of our space is becoming norm. This will help people get the correct guidance and support from trained clinicians and collaboratively develop new comprehensive coping skills. To conclude my brief spiel, it is natural to struggle when times are uncertain, so remember to offer care and compassion to yourself and to those around you. So lastly, I just want to put out the name and highlight the services, remarkable services Disease Digest magazine is providing to the medical community of Pakistan, as well as our medical communities abroad, expats, Pakistani living overseas throughout the world. They actually provide latest up-to-date information about the conferences that's happening, the trends that's coming up in this field of medicine and health science in Pakistan. They also interview top surgeons and specialists, medical specialists. And I want to put out, highlight this aspect that even within COVID-19, while the resources are limited and people are working remotely, they are still at it. They're still going at it. They're still, providing the absolute top quality services to everyone, and especially to the medical community, as I said, doctors and everyone else. And I just wanted to highlight their Facebook page, YouTube page. Check it out. Type in YouTube Disease Digest magazine, and you'll see all the latest videos of medical experts, trends, what's happening. Hit the like button, and I definitely want to promote that. Thumbs up to Disease Digest.